cognitive screening test are various tests to assess your cognitive capabilities and to check for any cognitive decline or impairment. This will involve a series of questions and you performing simple tasks. Tell me what this is. In this blank space here, could you please copy this drawing? Count how many dots there are, and I'd like you to tell me how many there are out loud. Which finger is wiggling? Please repeat this back to me. Have any of the islands got a key? Thought the Colonel, sitting on his yacht. Hello there. It's wonderful to meet you. My name is Dr. Hastings, and welcome to your cognitive screening test. Now, have you had a cognitive screening test before? Alright, so allow me to explain a little bit what the test is all about and what you can expect. So the cognitive screening test are various tests to assess your cognitive capabilities and to check for any cognitive decline or impairment. Now, this will involve a series of questions and you performing simple tasks. Now, I will explain what you need to do at the start of each task, and if for any reason you would like me to repeat the instructions, you can ask me to do this at any time during the test. Alright, so does that seem okay to you? Are you happy to proceed on this basis? Perfect. So we'll jump right in. Firstly, could I ask you to recite your name? And your date of birth, your full birthday, please. And your home address, the address where you live. Okay. And what age were you when you left full-time education? And what do you do now for a job? Okay. Are you left or right-handed? And can you tell me what day it is today? What is the date? Well done. And do you know what part of town we are currently in? What's the name of the town? And do you know what building we are in? Do you know the address? Do you know what county we are in? And do you know what country we are in? Okay, so I'm going to recite to you 3 words, and I want you to remember them and repeat them, because I'll be asking you some questions about these words a little bit later. So, I'd like you to say these 3 words back to me. Lemon, key, ball. Okay, so just remember those, as I'll be asking you a couple of questions about these later. Okay. Now, could you take away 7 from 100? Yes, 7. Take away from 100. 100. Take away 7. Now take away 7 from that number. And now keep taking away 7 until I tell you to stop. Yes, take your time. Just keep taking 7 away from the total. Okay, perfect. Now, which 3 words did I ask you to remember? Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to give you a letter of the alphabet, and I want you to generate as many words as you can beginning with that letter, but not names of people and not names of places. So for example, if I give you the letter C, you could give me words such as cat, cry, cook, and so on. But you can't give me words such as Catherine or Canada. Alright? Do you understand? Perfect. So you'll have 1 minute, and the letter I want you to use is P. So P. Okay. Alright, that's perfect. Now, can you name as many animals as you can? It doesn't have to begin with P, it can begin with any letter. And again, you have 1 minute. Ready? Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Well done. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a name and address, and I would like you to repeat the name and address after me, so you have a chance to learn it. I will be repeating it 3 times, okay? And if I can ask you to try and remember this, I will be asking you a couple of questions about this later, okay? So, Harry Barnes 73 Orchard Close, Kingsbridge, Devon. Harry Barnes, 73 Orchard Close, Kingsbridge, Devon. And one more time. Harry Barnes, 73 Orchard Close, Kingsbridge, Devon. So, if you can repeat that back to me. Very good. One more time. And one more time. Alright, perfect. Now try and remember as much as you can of that. So, can you name the current Prime Minister? And can you name a woman who was Prime Minister? Can you name the President of the United States? And can you name the President of the United States that was assassinated in the 1960s? Okay. So now we have a simple task. I have here a pen and a piece of paper. I want you to pick up the pen and then the piece of paper in your own time. Perfect. Now could you pick up the piece of paper? And now could you pick up the pen? Could you pick up the piece of paper and then the pen? Now pick up the pen and the piece of paper. Perfect. Well done. Now, the pen again, and the piece of paper. Could you place the paper on top of the pen? Now, could you place the pen on top of the paper? Now, could you put the paper on top of the pen and then pass me the pen? Alright, well done. Now, I would like you to write 2 sentences. It can be about anything that you like. I want you to write in full sentences, no abbreviations. And if you don't know what to write about, then you can write about your hobbies, your family, recent holiday, your childhood, whatever comes to mind. I just want you to write 2 sentences about that subject. Okay. And the sentences must contain a subject and also a verb, okay? So, if I give you this piece of paper here, here is your pen. Just write about anything that comes to mind. Again, it can be anything you like, as long as you write in full sentences with no abbreviations and one verb, okay? Yep, in your own time. Are you done? That's great. Wonderful. So, could I ask you to repeat this sentence? All that glitters is not gold. All that glitters is not gold. Please could you repeat? A stitch in time saves 9. A stitch in time saves 9. Perfect. So now we have a series of pictures. And I want you to tell me what they are. Tell me what this is. This, 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 and this. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I want you to point with your finger what you think the correct answer is. Okay? Which picture is associated with the monarchy? And which picture is a marsupial? Which picture is a marsupial? Which picture would be found in the Antarctic? And which picture would be found in a library? Alright, very good. So, I now have a couple of words here, and I would like you to read them out to me. Okay? Yes, in your own time. Alright, and could you read them from the bottom up? And now could you read me the third word? And the first word? And the fifth word? Well done, very good. Now can you see this diagram here, these swirls? In your own time, in this blank space here, could you please copy this drawing? Okay? The pen. That's fine, you don't need to cross it out or anything. Your first attempt is what we will look at, okay? And now can you see there is a picture of a square at the bottom there? And please could you do exactly the same and copy the square. Again, the first one that you draw is what we will be looking at. Okay? Alright, perfect, thank you. Now, I have 4 squares, and I would like you to count how many dots are in each of the squares without pointing to them. So in your head, count how many dots there are, and I'd like you to tell me how many there are. So let's start with the first one. Good. And this one. Good. How about this one? Good. And this one. Very good. Excellent. All right. Here I have some letters which are a little bit distorted. Please can you identify what this letter is and what this letter is and what this letter is and what this letter is. That's wonderful. Now, tell me what you remember about the name and address we were talking about earlier. Can you repeat back to me as much as you can remember? I'm not allowed to repeat it, unfortunately. If you can just tell me as much as you can remember. Yes, okay. Great. So that is part one done. Are you ready to continue? Amazing. So, I want you to take a look at some of these pictures. What do you see here? Good. What do you see here? Good. What do you see here? And what do you see here? Okay, good. Now, I'm going to hold up another picture. Can you point to me which pictures I just showed you? Which pictures do you recognize from the pictures I showed you? Very good. And can you point to me which one is the hippopotamus? That's very good. Could you point to me which one is the fruit? Which one is the fruit? Please could you point to me which one is the animal? Which one is the animal? Now, please could you point to me which one is the tool? Which one is the tool? Very good. Okay. Now, please could you tell me once again what city or town we are in? And do you know what part of the day we are in? Is it morning, afternoon, or evening? What is the month that we are in? What is the year we are in? Now, I want you to look straight at me, and I want you to look at my nose. Without moving your head, could you point to me which finger is wiggling? Very good. Now what finger is wiggling? Can you tell me now what finger is wiggling? What finger is wiggling now? What finger is wiggling now? What finger is wiggling? What fingers are wiggling? Yes, very good. Okay. So now I'm going to read out another sentence, and again, please repeat this back to me. Have any of the islands got a key? Thought the colonel, sitting on his yacht. I'll repeat it again. Have any of the islands got a key? Thought the colonel, sitting on his yacht. Now, remember that, because there might be a question later asking you about this. Okay, so now some simple calculations. Please could you add together 6 plus 3? Please could you add together 9 plus 7? Please could you subtract 5 from 8? Please could you subtract 17 from 36? Okay. Now we have a little task for you to do. Here is an example of the task. As you can see, we have a page of hearts, and what I would like you to do is put a cross through the full hearts, not the hearts which have a little gap in them, the hearts which are the fullest. So if you try this example, and then I can give you the full sheet of paper. So just cross out for me the hearts which are the fullest. Okay, yes, perfect. You have the right idea. So here we have a sheet of hearts, and I want you to cross out all of the full hearts, every single one that you can see. Okay? Yes, in your own time. It's not timed or anything, so please take as long or as little time as you like. Alright, all done. That's wonderful. So now we're going to do a mirror task, and I want you to mimic and mirror my movements. So, for example, if I put this hand up, which hand would you put up if you were mirroring my actions? That's right, your left hand. So now I want you to repeat and mirror the moves that I make, okay? And I will be performing them twice. And I'd like you to repeat it after me, okay? Are you ready? Okay, and one more time. Okay, your turn. Okay. And now on this side. Are you ready? One more time. Okay, now your turn. Excellent. Again, we're going to do the same thing, and I want you to mirror and copy my movements. All right? One more time. Now your turn. Okay. Now on the other side. And one more time. And your turn. Okay. Perfect. So now I would like you to repeat back to me the sentence that I asked you to repeat and remember from earlier. Just tell me as much as you possibly can that you remember from the sentence in your own time. Okay. And can you tell me which word was in the sentence? Ocean, islands, hearts, or bicycle? And which word was in the sentence? Harbour, restaurant, quay, dock. Harbour, restaurant, quay, dock. What word was in the sentence? Pirate, priest, major, colonel. Pirate, priest, major, colonel. Which word was in the sentence? Yacht, hammock, boat, car. Yacht, hammock, boat, car. Now, which picture did you see from before? Was it a banana, hippo, or cow? Banana, hippo, or cow? And which picture did you see before? Beaver, carrot, or broccoli? Beaver, carrot, or broccoli? And what did you cross out in that task I gave you? Was it hearts, stars, crosses, or faces? And what did I ask you to write earlier? That's right. Perfect. Well, that is the cognitive screening test done. I shall examine your answers in detail, and then we will be in touch with the results in about a day. So it's been wonderful to meet you, and I wish you a pleasant rest of your day.